morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on what time you are watching this video. I hope you are all doing well, citizens. This is another dropship video. This is episode 2. You can watch episode 1, which was on the Argo. This one is going to be on the Constellation Andromeda. I was going to do it on the Cutlass, but I'm going to leave the Cutlass till last in this series for one very good reason. It is having a rework, and hopefully it will be done by then, or there might be more information. We'll soon see. If there isn't, then I'll have to do it as is, but I'll probably update the Cutlass video later down the line. But anyway, all that aside, let's talk more about the Constellation Andromeda and why it can fill the role of the dropship. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. So let's read what it says here on the website. The Constellation Andromeda. The Constellation Andromeda is a multi-person fighter. It is the most popular ship of RSI's current production array. The Constellations are beloved by smugglers, merchants alike because they are modular, high-powered, and just downright iconic looking. Iconic looking, not so much in my opinion. I mean, it's very generic looking in my opinion. But let's continue. So, technical information. Constellation Andromeda. Focus, multifunction. Length 61 meters, mass 80,530 kilograms, max crew of 5. That is crew, not passengers, by the way, guys. Always take that into mind when looking at the stat pages. This does not list passengers. As you may have noticed, it will say like max crew of 5 for something like a Genesis Starliner. Now we all know the Genesis Starliner can hold around 60 people, so you know, this is just for the crew. So, cargo capacity 134 standard cargo units. Primary engines are 4 tier 5 maneuvering thrusters. We have 2, 4, 6, 8 tier 3 maneuvering thrusters, a size 6 power plant. Gimbaled mounts, we have 4 sized 4s. Pylons, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 size 1, 4 size 1 pylons and a size 2 pylon. Oh no, 2 size 2 pylons. So you get 4 size 1 pylons and 2 size 2 pylons. Sorry about that. Man turrets 2 size 4, shield size 6, and 2 slots for additional equipment. Now, one of the great features about the constellations in Star Citizen is the fact they can hold an Ursa rover, and that or a Dragonfly, depending on what you want to take with you. So this is very important, and I'll tell you why later on. So yeah, it's a very cool ship. I do like the constellations, they are nice. I do see these ships being the primary ship that is in need of rescue in the verse because of the way its engines are located. It could quite easily have its engines removed and just be drifting in space, sending out an SOS for its crew to be rescued. So let's see what else they say about this constellation. When you think handsome bounty hunter making his own way in the galaxy of enemies, you think Constellation. The Constellation is a multi-person fighter, is the most popular ship in RSI's current production array. Constellations are beloved by smugglers and merchants alike because of their modular, high-powered, and just downright iconic looking. The Constellation includes a manned turret, a large cargo area, and a small flight deck capable of launching a snub fighter in its own defense. That's pretty cool. So, we're going to learn a little bit more about the ship now, go into a few more details, and then I'll be talking more about theories and ideas and things like this. So, let's continue. So now we're going to read the Constellation Andromeda product overview brochure and try and find out a little bit more about said ship. The call to adventure. Who says you can't iterate perfection? The astro engineers at RSI have taken 3-time Whitley's Best Multi-Crew Ship winner, 2943, 2942, and 2939. I love how the dates are a bit mumbled jumbled in here. The 2943 should be on the other side of the 2942, but whatever. Fractionist. And raise the bar yet again. The Constellation team refused to rest on their achievements. Instead, they continued to run vigorous stress and performance tests on their ship, always looking for ways to make the best better, as well as consulting with public to hear the issues and problems that the public have discovered in their day-in, day-out use. The result? Over 60 designed revisions, including a shield generator from Bearing, redesigned missile racks for a sleeker profile, and a completely redesigned manned turret system, prove that the 2945 Constellation Andromeda is another benchmark in RSI's continuing tradition of reliability, innovation, and versatility. Space is waiting for you. That's pretty cool. The Age of Exploration. For you and your crew, the ship is your home away from home. The designers at RSI consulted with some of the most renowned names in environmental psychology to develop a living space that is efficient in function and form while still comfortable and accessible. The changes to the 2945 Constellation Andromeda were not restricted to crew quarters, following lead engineer Franklin Watu's directive that nothing is sacred. When it came to sticking to previous Constellation models, interior designers created a new dynamic adjustment system for Andromeda's lower thrusters and updated the ejection pods to the latest UEE safety spec. So the beds double as safety escape pods. That is pretty cool. Home away from home. Efficiency, comfort are not mutually exclusive. Want more? Every Constellation is pre-fitted for an expansion station. You can choose and purchase from upcoming range of options, including command, exploration, and entertainment. So you can choose different stations inside the ship, if you get what I mean, different parts, like modular sections for the interior. I mean, that's pretty cool, but I do think the other Constellations, like the ships themselves, fill those other roles perfectly. Like the Aquila is perfect for exploration, and this one is more of a fighter, and the other one's for trade, and things like this. So let's continue. Stay charged. Go further for longer with the new HFR2 Plus from Whitech, offering unparalleled power capacity for your Andromeda. So these are the reactors. A reliable defense. Utilizing similar technology used on RSI military contracts, the advanced turret system will continue to operate in the harshest conditions. Invest in your future. With over 1,100 units of dedicated cargo space, the Constellation Andromeda is a perfect ship for the cost-conscious entrepreneur, offering the almost double the capacity of competitors' cargo variants. The Andromeda will take your business to the next level. Not only will you be able to hold more, you can do it in a smarter with Andromeda robust cargo management system, capable of syncing with your Mobi-Glass, so you always know what you're carrying. So that's pretty cool, but we do know those numbers have gone down by a big margin, so it no longer holds that much cargo. So the Taurus, however, is built for cargo hauling. So if you want a cargo hauler, go for the Taurus. Alright, let's continue. So it comes with the snub fighter, right? And that is very important because it now carries another ship that is capable of defending it, say if the ship comes under attack. And this is a very old image of the Merlin here, the concept image of the Merlin. So added versatility. Continuing with RSI's proud collaboration with astro engineers at Kruger Intergalactic, every Andromeda includes a P-52 Merlin short-range fighter as standard feature, capable of fulfilling a variety of roles from combat to scouting to scanning. The Merlin can handle whatever you throw at it. So let's look at the Merlin's role. Short-range travel, manufacturer, Kruger Intergalactic, max crew of 1, mass in kilograms, 4,000 kilograms, cargo capacity, freight units, dimensions, vehicle length, beam height. So vehicle length is 12.3 meters, beam is 7.7, and height is 2.5. Power plant engines and thrusters, max factory power plant, ACOM Starlight Mark II, max power plant size 1, factory engine 2, Kruger MI engines, max engine primary thrusters 2 tier 1s, and maneuvering thrusters 8 tier 1s, factory maneuvering thrusters 8 Kruger intergalactic poly thruster tier 1s, defenses 1 class 1 hardpoint, 2 size 1 wings, class 1 equipment, 2 Knightsbridge arms 9 series, longsword size 1, has 1 size 3 in the spine. Is a class 2 hardpoint, class 1 equipment, 1 Knightsbridge arms, 1 series, broadsword size 3, shield and cooling, factory shield, seal INK 1, size 1, max shield size 2, cooling system, J-span, micro thrust. So here's some more details on the Andromeda itself, and this is what we are here to see. In earlier centuries, Andromeda was the chained maiden, but in recent times she has burst her shackles and been reborn as the warrior maiden, now as one of the premier constellations in the galaxy. This fierce but faithful warrior will be your ally among the stars. That's a pretty cool intro if I say so myself. I do like that. Base statistics, role, multifunction, manufacturer RSI, max crew of 5, massing kilograms, 80,530. Cargo capacity freight units 1,100. Dimensions vehicle length 61.1 meters. Vehicle beam 26.6 meters. Vehicle height 13.4 meters. Power plant engines and thrusters. Factory power plant YE Tech HFR2 Plus size 5. Max power plant is a size 6. Factory engine 4. Hammer propulsion HE.5.5 tier 5s. Max engine primary thrusters 4 tier 5s. Maneuvering thrusters 8 tier 3. Factory maneuvering thrusters 8 KDK TM 8 roll flex tier 3s. Shields and cooling. Factory shield burring 6S7A size 5. Max shield size 6. Cooling system J-span cryo star. Defenses class 2 hardpoints 4 size 4 Nicelius. Class 2 equipment 4 burring M5A laser size 3. Class 3 hardpoints 4 size 1 retracting arms 2 size 2 top loading. Class 3 equipment 4 size 1 missile racks capacity 7 each. 2 size 2 missile racks capacity 10 each. Class 5 hardpoints 2 size 4 upper lower twin turrets. Size 5 equipment 4 Claws and Warner CF337 Rhino 2 each. Additional equipment RSI jump engine, P-52 Merlin close range fighter. New features for the 2945 Constellation Andromeda. Increased cargo capacity, bucket doors for quick access to the cargo hold, escape pods moved forward for secure, easy access from near cockpit, escape pods refitted with magnetic rail system for smooth ejection, lower engines adjust for pinpoint landing, and backward for more efficient thrust. Brand new elevated secure mounting system ESMS. Braking elevates the bracketing elevates the power plant into a rail system for better impact absorption and stability. That's interesting. So the reactor's in sort of like a sling, so when the ship crashes it doesn't exactly blow up. That's pretty cool. Redesigned battery array adds 50% more power, telescopic underbody docking pod, pressurized bulkheads between the climate-controlled crew area and power generator room, pre-fitted for expansion station. That's pretty cool, so you can put more stuff in there later down the line. So here's like a schematic view of the ship where you can see the interior. You can see a section of the roof has been peeled away. You can see where the main cargo bay is, the Merlin access hatch, the generator room, which is pretty much the same area. Then you have the upper turret, lower turret, VTOL fans. Still uses fans, I might add, this thing. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Deployable missile racks. Yeah, it's all pretty cool. I am looking forward to seeing this in the full game in all its glory when it has been completely finished, because right now the constellations haven't been exactly completely finished. There's still a little bit more work that needs to be done on the inside, and more things like damage effects and things like that done for them. So it's very cool looking on the interior. I do like the layout. It does make sense and would make a good dropship, but we'll get to that in a moment. So now's the part where we theorize and talk more about how this will, will work in the verse and things like this. So the reason I think the Andromeda will make an excellent dropship is because one, it's heavily armed for a ship of its size. It has a good crew complement, but it has a large cargo bay, and this is what really interests me. So if it can hold an Ursa rover, which I assume all constellations can because of the sheer size of their cargo space, and it has been hinted at, especially with the latest 3.0 video. So, let's say this. You're looking for a dropship. You've got a bunch of credits in your pocket, or you're thinking of pre-buying, which is always good to support the game. So, let's say you're in the verse. You're thinking of getting a dropship. There's you and your band of merry mercenaries are like, okay, we need to do a planetary invasion, but we only have fighters. We need a dropship. So you're going through all the different systems and planets, aligning on each one, looking in each showroom for a ship. I would say consider the Constellation, because this Constellation Andromeda, I should say, is perfect. Now, you're thinking, whoa, 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 where are the seats? Where are people going to sit? Well, if you park an Ursa rover on the cargo bay, the Ursa rover actually does have seats inside it. You can sit inside the Ursa rover as it's in transport. Keep the Marines in there as they're waiting, as they're coming down. And what you can do is a really, really quick and epic landing. You can land the Constellation, lower the ramp, the rover starts up and zooms off the cargo pad and straight towards the enemy, which the troops are now protected by the rover itself with its defensive turret. And the Constellation can double as a anti-air vehicle. It's got good turrets and missile placements. It can defend itself on the way down, so you're not going to lose your troops as if, say if you're in an Argo. An Argo will definitely die on the way down if it encounters any resistance. But if you're going down towards a pirate outpost or a small mercenary outpost, you're going down your Constellation, you sound the battle stations alarm, people jump on the guns, engineers put power to weapons, and a couple of fighters are coming towards you. You can launch all your missiles at one and completely destroy it in one fell swoop. Boom, it's gone. Well, not even all your missiles, just a small portion of them. In atmosphere, you rip off a wing, it's game over. They'll be going down. Next target, you cripple that ship, it falls out the sky, impacts the ground, nasty explosion. You have basically cleared the air and you're on your way down towards the base. You encounter minimal resistance, small arms fire up with the ship, blast them away with the ship's turrets, you land, deploy the rover then drives towards the destination. They are safe inside the rover, and now they have a tank, a support vehicle, an APC to protect them, that will be able to shoot and take down any resistance they may encounter on the outside of the complex. Marine, exit the Ursa rover, enter the complex, and there your job as the dropship pilot is done. But this does include another element, which means you have to get an Ursa rover as well. But take it in mind, folks, this ship is really good for this type of role. Maybe you're just boarding a space station where you don't need the Ursa rover. It's also great for that. You can just have the guys waiting on board, you land, clear an area, they get out the ship, job done. It's basically an all-rounder, this ship. It's a good dropship, it's customizable, modular on the inside. They already talked about that in the brochure. I'm guessing later down the line there'll be a passenger module, which would be good for multiple seats and things like this, which will make it more suited towards the dropship role. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how this ship performs in the verse. I mean, the Constellation, if I was to compare it to anything, so the Argo would have to have been a taxi. So, what would I compare the Constellation to? I'd have to compare it to an armored truck. An armored truck that carries a crap ton of missiles. There you go, that's what it would be. An armored truck that carries a crap load of missiles. The reason it is not the best dropship on this list is for a very good reason. It's not exactly a dedicated dropship, which means it doesn't have any of the nice features that normal dropships would have. It's not very well armored. Now, as we all know, Constellations are a little bit on the fragile side. They never used to be because of balancing issues, but they're not supposed to be tanks. So please remember this, guys. Constellations are sturdy, but they're not tanks. They're not designed to be able to take massive amounts of hits. Engines get stripped from this thing very quickly. You could find yourself hurtling towards the ground if the engagement doesn't go so well as you're entering the atmosphere if you don't have any engines. The first thing to go usually in a constellation are the engines, especially the ones in the nose, which are the VTOL engines for atmosphere. So you could find yourself spinning out of control, hurtling towards the ground, and, you know, hitting the ground. Just imagine this, your Marines are on the planet, they're waiting for evac, you know, they need emergency getaway, the planet's filled with inhospitable creatures, constellation's coming down, something goes wrong, maybe some of the VTOL engines give out, explode, whatever. It hurtles towards the air, through the air, smashes into the ground, and explodes. And the next thing you know, you have some Marines screaming at you, know, "It's game over, man! It's game over! Constellation's toast, man! And we're all gonna die!" That sort of thing. And it's never good to have that scenario. So, Constellation Andromeda, good dropship, definitely recommend it, but do take in its handicaps in mind. It is, a little bit on the fragile side in terms of things like engines and stuff like this. It does lose its engines very quickly. So have a pilot that knows what he's doing, good gunners, and a full complement of missiles. Do not go half-assed with this thing into combat, or else you will suffer. But it does make an excellent dropship because it holds an Ursa rover or a couple of Dragonflies. For a quick, rapid mission where you need to get troops landed somewhere far away for maybe a stealth mission, this is a good ship. You can land far away from the complex and deploy a vehicle. That's what makes a ship good. So, this has been another dropship video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. It's been fantastic having you all join the channel. Welcome to all the new subscribers to the channel. Welcome, guys. And for those of you who have stuck with me, I can't thank you enough. You are amazing. Thank you. We are almost at 3,000 subscribers, guys. Holy hell. Right, let's continue this, guys. Continue this series and stuff. The next video will be, well, I'll keep that a secret, but it'll be on dropships. That's the clue. Thank you so much for watching and supporting me, guys. You all rock. So, you know the drill, commanders. Fly safe, and I'll see you in the verse.